Hello children, welcome back to your online class. Hope you all are safe and taking good care of yourselves. Children, now you all know from next week you are getting a short break, that is your summer vacations. Children, sure you enjoy your holidays, but remember you have to complete your assignments and you have to send them as soon as possible. Okay? No holiday homework is given separately. This is only your holiday homework that you have to complete all the assignments from first to eighth assignments. You have to complete them and you have to send to the subject teacher. Okay, this is only your homework for your vacations. Okay, so children, now we will continue our chapter 2 measurement, and our today's topic is temperature. So children, first of all we will talk about what is temperature. Temperature is the measure of the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. It tells us how hot or cold an object is. For example, if we touch a utensil kept on a burning stove, it feels to be very hot and we say that its temperature is very high. On other hand, if we touch a utensil kept in a refrigerator, it feels to be very cold, and what we say its temperature is very low. So a hot object has a high temperature, whereas a cold object has a low temperature. For example, a temperature of boiling water is 100 degrees Celsius and it feels to be very hot. SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Though the SI unit of temperature is Kelvin, commonly used unit of temperature are degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. Okay, in the unit of degree Celsius, the small circle at the top, this one, okay, this small circle at the top denotes degree, and C, this C denotes Celsius. Okay, so if we read it degree Celsius, and if we write degree Celsius, then we do not use this sign, this small circle, because it itself is called degree. Okay, so whether we will write degree Celsius or we can write this small circle and after C, this is read as degree Celsius. Okay, similarly degree Fahrenheit. Here this small circle denotes degree and F is Fahrenheit. Okay, so the units of temperature or we can say temperature is measured in degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit or Kelvin, in Kelvin. The temperature of an object is measured by using a device called thermometer. A thermometer consists of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube called the stem. The scales in which the temperature is measured are marked on the stem. At the end of the stem, there is a small bulb which contains mercury in it. A capillary tube is inside the glass stem in which mercury expands when the bulb is kept in contact with a hot body. To make a thermometer, we need two fixed points of temperature which always remains the same, the lower fixed point and the upper fixed point. The lower fixed point is the temperature at which ice melts at sea level, and the upper fixed point is the temperature at which pure water boils at sea levels. Now there are two types of thermometer. First one is clinical thermometer and second one is laboratory thermometer. Clinical thermometer is used to measure the human body temperature in home, clinics or hospitals. It is also known as doctor's thermometer. Now second one is laboratory thermometer and it is used in laboratories to measure the temperature. A laboratory thermometer consists of a very fine capillary tube. This is capillary tube protected by a thick glass tube called the stem. Okay, this is the stem of the thermometer. One end of the capillary tube is expanded into a glass bulb containing mercury. The stem has marked from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. When the bulb of the thermometer is dipped in hot water, the mercury expands and rises in the capillary. This capillary tube. When the bulb is dipped in cold water, the mercury contracts and the level falls down. Okay. So, the range of a laboratory thermometer is generally from minus 10 to 110 degree Celsius. This is called the range of thermometer. So, a common laboratory thermometer can measure temperature from minus 10 degree Celsius to 110 degree Celsius. Now, there are some precautions which should be followed while using laboratory thermometer. So, first one is, it should be held, means thermometer should be held vertically while measuring temperature, means thermometer should be like this. Okay, in this position we have to use that. Okay, second one is, it should not be tilted, means it should not be tilted like that. Okay, third one is, thermometer bulb should not touch the sides or bottom of the container, because laboratory thermometer is used in laboratories to measure the temperature. So we will for example, we are measuring the temperature of water. So thermometer should be placed like that. It should not touch the sides or bottom of the container. Okay, now fourth one is, read the thermometer while its bulb is still in touch with the substance whose temperature is being measured, means it should be surrounded by the substance whose temperature is to be measured. Okay, now fifth one is, do not hold the thermometer by the bulb. Okay, because just now we have read that at the end of thermometer there is a bulb, so we should not touch that bulb. Okay, last one is, handle the thermometer with care, because it is made up of glass and it is very delicate, so we have to use it very carefully. Now we will talk about the clinical thermometer. This is the figure of clinical thermometer. A clinical thermometer consists of a long glass tube having a thin and uniform bore. There is a glass bulb at the one end of the glass tube. This glass bulb contains mercury. All clinical thermometers have a kink. This one have a kink that prevents the mercury from flowing back into the bulb when the thermometer is taken out of the patient's mouth, so that the temperature can be noted conveniently. There are temperature scales on either side of the mercury thread, one in Celsius scale and the other in Fahrenheit scale. A clinical thermometer indicates temperature from a minimum of 35 degree Celsius to a maximum of 42 degree Celsius or 94 degree Fahrenheit to a maximum of 108 degree Fahrenheit. The temperature of the human body does not go beyond this temperature range. The normal temperature of a human body is 37 degrees Celsius or 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. A temperature above these indicates that a person is having fever. A clinical thermometer cannot be used to measure high temperature, as it has been designed to measure only human body temperature, which varies over a short range. If a clinical thermometer is used to measure high temperatures, it will get damaged. Precautions in using a clinical thermometer are: number 1, the thermometer should be washed before and after use. Number 2, before use, the mercury level should be below 35 degrees Celsius or 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 3, keep the mercury level along your line of sight while taking reading. Number 4, do not hold the thermometer by its bulb. And number 5, handle the thermometer with care. If it hits against some hard object, it may break. The conversion between Celsius and Fahrenheit. The relation used to convert temperature on the Celsius scale to Fahrenheit scale is C upon 5 is equal to F minus 32 upon 9, where C is equal to temperature in Celsius and F is equal to temperature in Fahrenheit. So if we have the value in degree Celsius, we can put that value in this formula and we can convert that into Fahrenheit. We can find out the value of F. Same as if we have the value in Fahrenheit, we can put that value in this formula and we can find out the value in degree Celsius. Or you may learn that to convert degree Celsius to degree Fahrenheit, we multiply by 9 by 5 and then add 32 to the product. For example, if we have to convert 15 degrees Celsius to degree Fahrenheit, what we will do? 15 degrees Celsius is the value. So what we will do? We multiply by 9 by 5. So 15 into 9 by 5 plus then add 32 plus 32 degree Fahrenheit. So 5 3 is 15. Now we will get 3 into 9 plus 32 degree Fahrenheit, and 3 9 is 27 plus 32 degree Fahrenheit, and what we will get? 59 degree Fahrenheit. It means 50 degrees Celsius is equal to 59 degree Fahrenheit. And next one, to convert degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius, we first subtract 32 and then multiply by 5 by 9. For example, we have to convert 140 degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. So we have the value 140 degree Fahrenheit. What we will do? First we subtract 32. So 140 minus 32 and then multiply by 5 by 9. So multiplied by 5 by 9 degree Celsius. 140 minus 32 we get 108 into 5 by 9, and after that 9 we will cancel both the digit. 108 will be cancelled by 9 12 times. So 12 into 5. So 12 5 is 60 degrees Celsius. So 140 degree Fahrenheit will be 60 degree Celsius. Most of the common thermometer are mercury thermometers, which use a liquid metal called mercury for their working. Mercury is a toxic substance, means poisonous substance, and hence it is very difficult to dispose of safely if a thermometer breaks. So nowadays digital thermometers are used to measure the temperature as they do not contain mercury. So children, this much for today, and now enjoy your holidays but be regular in your studies, complete your home assignments and revise and learn all the things whatever we have done till date in our virtual classes. Till we meet, be safe, stay at home and take care.